He bites me hard. Should I be scared? My boyfriend, 32 male of 3 months, bites me, 28 female, hard. I'm chubby and he says I have delicious meat. It started off as a playful bites, but now has turned into hard bites. You can see his tooth marks in my skin after. I was okay with the playful bites, but I'm not okay with the hard ones. At first, I used to let a little scream out and push him away from me, but now I have started to push him away, scream, and tell him not to do that, but he just laughs. It's worse when he's drunk. Today he bit me and I had my typical reaction of screaming, pushing him away and telling him not to bite. He laughed and said, "One of these days I will pierce through your skin." Then he started talking about people who eat people. He is also emotionally abusive when he's drunk or high on weed. Should I be scared that this will escalate to something worse? I'm genuinely concerned. I laughed when my rapist killed himself. I, 19 female, laughed when my harasser, 68 male, killed himself. To put it in perspective, my grandma met this man when I was about 5 to 6 years old. After my grandpa died, harasser became our foster grandpa. He was a wonderful man till I turned about 8. That's when the abuse truly started. He told me on multiple occasions it was because he loved me and all grandfathers did this with their granddaughters and it was normal. So I never mentioned it. I was scared to speak up. My mom left me alone with him because she trusted him. At some point, we even lived with him and me and my sister slept in his room, which was even worse. He was touching me during day, when nobody was looking, and also during night, when everyone was sleeping. I have cried many nights. I was terrified to go to bed. This lasted until I was 13 years old. I finally decided enough was enough and told my mom. She didn't believe, but sent me to live with my father, and she told my whole family not to believe me. My father and stepmom did believe me and sent me to therapy. I got help I needed. Last week we were visiting my mom. We all were at the dinner table and my mom mentioned my cousin's daughter. How is this kid doing when she can't see her grandfather? I just said, I wouldn't doubt she can't see him because he's a rapist. My mom responded, no, he killed himself 2 days ago. I laughed. I burst out in laughter and told my parents he deserved it. They called me multiple names and told me I shouldn't have laughed. Even after I told my therapist, they get mad at me that I laughed. He probably couldn't have handled the guilt. I'm glad he's gone and I'm glad he will never hurt another soul the way he hurt mine. Entitled Dead Let's Get Cut in Line. So me, 24 female, and my friend, 24 female, were at this awesome amusement park, all excited to ride a roller coaster. The only downside, the line was ridiculously long. But we were patient. We waited for about 10 minutes, hoping the queue would start moving. And then, out of nowhere, this little brat, maybe 8 years old, comes running and cuts right in front of us. His older sister, around 13, tries to call him out, telling him he can't just cut in line. But guess what? Their entitled dead show up and without a care in the world says, "You can stay there." It's like he thinks there's no line behind them or something. The poor girl is clearly embarrassed, so I give her a smile, hoping she knows we appreciate her effort to teach her brother some manners. But here's the best part. Karma strikes instantly. The entitled dead trips over something and falls into spilled ice cream. He ended up looking like a fool. It's quite satisfying, to be honest. I'm shy and wouldn't say anything, so I let it slide. Parents want to control everything. Living with my parents is normal in my country, and they actually want me here. However, their need for control is driving me insane. They hate it when I sleep in, even though it's not affecting anyone or anything important. They want me to wake up just to eat at their designated meal times, but I prefer to eat when I'm actually hungry. They also have a say in when I can go out and get upset if I come home late, even if the reason is my work. They lecture me about my food choices, yet they still indulge in the same junk food they criticize me for. I know some might see this as a typical teenager problem, but I'm an adult and it's frustrating. Can anyone relate to this? However, I have chosen not to move out immediately because I value the limited time I have left with them. Once my finals are over, I will be focused on my career, moving in with my significant other, and building my own life. Right now, staying home is a gift to my parents, but I do plan to establish firmer boundaries to preserve my sanity.